inside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. On the visiting sideline, there you see Packer head coach Matt LaFleur. His guys fell short last week after a victory in the opener. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. A solid stiff arm. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And he's off to a tremendous start here through 2 weeks of the season. Already 9 touchdown passes. Everyone wants to come out and generate a little momentum. He's done that and more, no question about it.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the
McCarthy operating from the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
To the air with McCarthy. He's got the Michigan man posting Loveland. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
McCarthy is set to throw it. There's a short one caught by Loveland. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23.
A gain of 4.
The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches, 71 yards.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
And 8.
Now McCarthy. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. Laying himself out in the end zone. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going. A touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they will wrangle it down at couple yards shy of the 30. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Working out of the gun. Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5. Throwing. Love. Pryor has it complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Love. And this is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Coverage by Mikey Sanderson.
Love fires that quickly outside. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's
they will throw again here with Jordan Love. And it is caught. Pushing his way through. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That's another Packers first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Love. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 7.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's
now Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On 4th down, Love. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. But they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Looking middle, and that's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
1st and 10 at the 20.
Here's McCarthy. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just saying, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And out now come the Vikings.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Back to throw. McCarthy.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, McCarthy.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He's called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Love now.
A throw left side. It's hauled in by Golden.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Here's Tommy Townsend on the punt.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And they'll run it here. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play. Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Miami. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
10-yard gain, but it's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Short throw. He's got Kraft. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Right back to Genty on first down. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Once again, it's Genty. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Now they switch it up here and look to throw. He's into space past the 25. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of
There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Vikings.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Pass caught right side by Loveland. From the 5 now, second and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the Packers.
Back to throw. McCarthy. Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
9 yards to go.
To throw now. Here's Love. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
It's 4th down.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that we're going to do. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air again, McCarthy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
To the air with McCarthy. Man over the middle, and it's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And he'll get it. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ashton Jeanty, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Packers nothing.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Firing quickly out wide is Love. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Love looking to throw it. Out to the flat. It's complete to his running back. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Butker's kick here is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on a touch pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our look around the league starts now, and it starts with a good one here. All right, Brandon, thanks much. The first couple of weeks of the regular season were wild, to say the least. What about week 3? Let's jump in. And it's the Texans QB hooking up with his man for the touchdown here, one of 3 touchdown passes for him in the ballgame. Next up, we go to Charlotte. We'll look in on the Panthers. They're playing host to the New Orleans Saints. And it's Jonathan Brooks. He'll find an opening and take it in, a 6-yard rushing touchdown. This one's gone to halftime, and it's the Panthers looking for their 2nd win after an opening week loss. They're up at halftime. Last but not least, let's go to Baltimore. The Ravens taking on the Buffalo Bills. And it's Khalil Shakir. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. 69 yards for the touchdown catch. The Bills looking to go 3-0 to start the year. They lead at the half. And with that, a look at what else is going on around the NFL here in week number 3. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Love, they go play action now. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed.
Jaden Reed. A 7-yard gain. That's good for the Packers.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ramsey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6. Looking to throw. Love. Oh, the gain of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Working out of the gun. Love. Working the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. That's taken in by Golden. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd
Throwing.
and 1.
Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Going back to Love. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. This 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
Now he'll tuck this and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
17-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
It's now 3rd and
The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Pass caught, that's Golden. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Gain of 18. And the Packers 1st down. 1st and 10.
Love from the gun. Wide open receiver, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
19 more yards. That's another Packers 1st down.
Off the play fake, Love. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to it as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Love fires up quickly outside. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs for different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. And he'll get up near the 45. He'll spot it at the 44. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
And the Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
McCarthy off the play fake. Over the middle, that's to Loveland, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Micah Parsons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Now McCarthy. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Here is 3rd down and 4.
A gain of 13 on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
McCarthy is set to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
Intended for Colston Loveland.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Of 26 yards. That's good for a Packers.
Now Love.
First down.
Able to find his man, Kraft.
Love's pass.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Ramsey. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. That's some good hard running there as he pushes way forward for about 5.
At the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Love now. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft with an amazing diving catch. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop him from all angles. This time the tight end gets him.
Love throwing for it. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and it's not over yet as they're back within 2 scores.
18.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The Vikings offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Here's McCarthy. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
McCarthy's pass.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 30.
Again, out of the gun to Genty. And he'll get up near the 45. He'll spot it at the 44. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And the Vikings first down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out 1st downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Ashton Genty with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41. Packers
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw now. Here's Love. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ramsey. And he's going to have the Packers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4. He got 4 on 3rd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Back to throw. Love. Over the middle, he's got Golden. 3rd down and 6.
A 3-yard pickup.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Firing quickly out wide is Love.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. A throw left side, it's held in by Golden. And he's going to have the Packers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
A gain of 3 yards.
Up the middle they go. Ramsey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Love. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
That's another Packers
on 1st down. It's Ramsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
The 17-yard line.
Back to throw. Love. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Love sacked. A loss of 5 yards.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't. Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw McCarthy. Pass complete to Loveland. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And that will come the offense as they take over. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here. Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing it in a weak level. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot at the 44. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. He finds his man complete. It's Reed. Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Going back to Love.
At their 49-yard line.
To the sideline and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
3rd and 5.
Throwing. Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 81.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
On 1st down, it's Genty. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They work now on 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Genty. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Vikings, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.